This is the coffee shop where we would go during free periods in high school. It was so beloved by members of our high school, we referred to it as an extension, signifying we could always find a known face among the faces. This is a vista above my neighborhood. It opens onto a system of hiking trails that I frequent, and was also host to late nights of drinking and smoking in high school and beyond. When I was in high school, I went on a date with someone here, and we became scared when a cop car pulled up next to my car with its lights flashing. In response, we took off down a mountainside together, huddling amidst the trees for nearly an hour. I was so high that I rapped most of Eminem's Eminem show to her as we waited. Needless to say, this was our final date. This is an old and famous church in town. One time, I was walking by here with a girlfriend after college, and I recognized a man standing outside the church as a contestant I had seen on the TV show Survivor. My girlfriend asked if this was really true, and I said yes, and she made us walk back and talk to the guy. His name was Russell Swan. He was one of the show's few black contestants at that time, and he told us he had experienced racism while on the show. This is where we would sit while trying to figure out what to do in high school. It was usually late at night, and we were usually already under the influence, but hoping to hear of a party where we could become more so. This is one of my favorite spots to walk in town. Around the memorial itself, you can find plaques that relay some of the history of the ancient city that is Santa Fe. As it turns out, even in the 1800s there was already tension between Arizona and New Mexico. An amendment was proposed to join the two states, and New Mexico voted in favor, while Arizona turned the offer down. Here is the parking lot of the mall where I would most often go in high school. During the winter of COVID, a friend and I took a walk around the mall indoors, since it was one of the few places we could walk together at that time. Here is the Santa Fe Public Library. When I was living here after college, I met a tall, red-headed homeless man named Nikkei, who could often be found studying the Bible in the library. I once gave him a ride up to his house, a makeshift encampment in the woods above Santa Fe. On this drive, he held forth to me at length about the Bible, claiming that humanity was on the verge of the end times and that only those who held true to Christian principles would be saved. This is the road my first major heartbreak lived on. Across the street from her, there was a gay man who would often go out of town for work, and she would house sit for him and watch over his many, variously aged cats. I remember dancing with her in the nude in the house one time, neither of us caring that we could probably be seen through the windows. I love this city. I have always loved this city. I will always love this city. Even as it changes, and I change as well, there's a deep bond I feel between us, a symbiosis that verges on relationship. Even when I travel elsewhere, the city always stands in my mind's eye. More than that, it lives on in my spirit, and I act as its ambassador in other lands. Santa Fe is my home. It has been kind to me, through all the humor, all the lostness, all the experimentation. It is a place that smiles on me with its every season.